My name is Dani Aravich. I'm training for the upcoming Milano Cortina Paralympic Games in cross-country skiing. And it would be my third Paralympics, but my second winter. So we'll head to the Canmore Nordic Center and get to see the beautiful Canadian Rockies. Okay, shall we go? The Canadian Rockies are just so in your face. I love it. I decided to retire from my summer Paralympic sport to focus solely on cross-country skiing because I only tried cross-country skiing for the first time in December of 2019. And I compete against people who have been doing it much longer than me. And so I decided to step back from summer sport to really give all of my attention and energy into skiing and really learning the technique and becoming one of the best skiers. And when I started running long distance in high school, it was kind of weird that for the first time, the entire concept of a sport was the punishment for every other sport. Like if you did poorly in a basketball drill, you had to go run laps. So then all of a sudden I'm in a sport where the only thing is you run. But I think the running helped prepare me for cross-country skiing well. In the sea of all the green skis, mine are the red skis. There's moments where I feel like I'm an infant seeing the world for the first time. It's a very overwhelming sport to learn later in life, I'd say, because there are so many nuances to it that are so specific to this sport that I never had when I was a track and field athlete. This is the second week of on-snow training, and it definitely takes a toll on you. I said to myself when I started, if I have the pleasure of representing my nation and wearing USA across my chest, I have to speak loudly for people in this community who don't get that opportunity, because Paralympians are such a small portion of the greater disabled population. And if we have the opportunity to talk to the media, to work with sponsors, the least I should do is have some of those greater conversations. And that encouraged me to go back and get a graduate certificate in disability policy, because I always wanted to be able to talk about disability from an educated lens. This community is so vast and so wide outside the parasport space. And if we are the ones who right now have attention drawn on us because of the games, then I think there should be some of us who are using that voice to talk about the world's largest marginalized community, which is the disability community.
2 hours and 28 minutes.
That's a lot of on. I think that people are afraid to talk about disability and disabled athletes because they are afraid of saying the wrong thing. And I understand that fear. People are gonna make mistakes and stumble and say the wrong thing or use the wrong terminology, but at least you're trying. And to not cover us or our sports or our stories is the worst thing you could do. In the build up to the Paris Paralympics, we just really felt like there wasn't enough coverage on some of the marquee events that led into the Paralympics. And we decided to try to change it ourselves, because if no one else was gonna do it for us, we should probably do it ourselves. And we started Cultured, and we've been able to collaborate with athletes from across the world. And we're just hopeful that we can play a small piece in trying to make the parasports media space a little bit better. Okay, where are my headphones? I kind of forgot about these. During World Cup season, I like having work because I like having something outside of skiing to put my mind on after. And I find that athletes who don't maybe have something outside of skiing end up kind of obsessing over skiing all day. But it definitely sometimes I notice my teammates get to hang out outside of training a bit more, or like go explore or play games after dinner, and I'm often typing away. But I think it's worth it at the end of the day, it's still work. Thanks, y'all. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. These are my crafts I'm doing on break from training. So I have in Milan right now 23, somewhere around there, friends and family coming to watch the games, which is a lot of humans. And it's very fun and very exciting because my first 2 Paralympics, there were no fans in the crowd. If these people are flying to a tiny town in the Italian Dolomites, I want to give them gifts. I love gift giving. I just had maybe a shopping addiction and I justified it by saying I bought gifts for other people, which is really sweet of me, but very expensive for me. And we have Olympian, Susan, 3-time Olympian. This one's for you, Suze. I think that's what's cool about when the Paralympics comes to a city, is it forces that city to become more accessible. And hopefully they leave that mark on the city. I wish people knew if they are to make things accessible, it's actually good for everyone. So if like a ski venue had accessible restroom or a ramp instead of a set of stairs, it's better for not just people with disabilities, but everyone. We just finished strength for the day, so our 2 workouts are done, and we get to eat pizza with the team tonight and talk about our upcoming goals as a team this year. And even though this is an individual sport, it's nice to come together as a team and get to really think about what this next year looks like for us, because it's a kind of important year.